Good morning and welcome to the Saturday Coffee Chat, our last one for June. Exciting. I'm going to stop pointing out how fast time is flying and just enjoy every single day because it is precious, right? Life is brief, life is fragile, it's loaned to us for a short while. We need to wake up every morning with the thought that something wonderful is about to happen today. Or it may be you're going to learn a life lesson. Every night when I go to bed, I just thank God for another great day. One, because I'm going to bed sober. Regardless if it was a shitty day, the fact that I'm going to bed, that I have my health, that I have my home and my family is a remarkable day. So always be in thanks for that. Okay, so let's share the screen. Let's see, I think I will do, okay, let me get these out of the way. So I've downloaded the presentation, so I think I've got this, I'm working this out better. It's June 26th. It is my husband's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday.
Woo, happy
birthday,
Maury.
So we're going to talk about creating habits. And what I like this line from The One Thing. And so we read that. And it's about when you're creating habit, it's not a finish line to be crossed. It's a lifestyle to be lived. So in July, we're going to be picking a habit to focus on. Open your computer. I hid his card in his computer, which he usually opens every day, and he didn't this morning. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be in July focusing on a habit that we're going to create. So I have wanting to change our mindset from really getting focused on a goal, because a goal is more like a one-time event that our brain, that's what our brain thinks, and sort of that's kind of how we think about it, and our actions reflect that. So really what I want to do is, obviously we're going to have goals, but what is a habit that we can create that we know is going to help us achieve that goal? Love you. Okay, first some announcements before we get into the nitty-gritty of that. The next coffee chat is no coffee chat. Because it's 4th of July weekend here in the Americas, and so no coffee chat. We're going to be out and enjoying life. We are going to be reading a compound effect next month. We've talked about this quite a bit, but if you haven't gotten your book, you can go to thecompoundeffect.com/book, and you can actually get a free book. You just pay for the shipping. And so we're going to dive into that, and I'm going to share just some tidbits from it this morning. The other thing is that on Monday, the free sample workout for the newest program, 645, is coming out. So if you wanted to check that out, see what it's about, that'll be available on Monday. And next month is the coach launch of this for anybody who has coach status. So even if you're not a coach, but you get that discount with the coach status, you'll have access to be able to start testing out this new workout or doing this new workout. And so also on July 6th, so that happens July 6th, also on July 6th is the updated version of Portion Fix is releasing. So this is just going to be a very streamlined video course. So they've revamped it, made it more simple like we like. And Deb and I, the week after when it launches, are going to do some videos, go live or videos in the group and just touch on, the kind of the highlights of this. So, and where to find the information. So we'll be bringing that to you. And then obviously cookies and creamy. If you're not excited about this, are we really friends? Maybe you don't like chocolate, I get it, but I cannot wait till mine arrives. I ordered it and It might be my new favorite. We shall see. My son might even like it. I'm going to see. And then the last thing is, I don't know if you've heard or seen any announcements, but Beachbody is actually going public on Monday, which means they are going to be a publicly traded company. They are merging with another company and Mix Fitness. And that's where this whole interactive bod is coming into play. This is where the bike is now becoming a part of the arsenal of equipment that you can get, and some other exciting things that are coming down the pipe. But I just wanted you to know, if you started to see this, you have kind of a heads up. There's not really going to be, you're not going to really see a lot of, changes on our end. There's just going to be some really exciting rollouts. So we'll keep you updated on that. Did you have any other announcements, Deb? Am I missing something?
No, just, yeah, we're going to get more information mid-month. So we'll have summit for 3 days. And so we'll definitely have a lot more information rolling out then.
Mm-hmm. And just one other thing is, so to thinking ahead is in August, for those of you that are doing the Ultimate Reset with us, to get your pack coming, so that you have time to look through it. There's a really good booklet that comes with it, because it's more than just about, detoxing and cleansing. It's really just, how your mind is, how your relationship with food is. It's kind of almost a spiritual experience. It's helping you to rethink about some things. So I want you to have time to look through the book and just kind of get your mind set for the reset. All right. If you need help with, you can go to ultimatereset.com. There is a separate page. It's also in your nutrition tile. When you go into the shop, when you look at nutrition, like Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset, and 3D Refresh, there's also an Ultimate Reset tile there. Okay, let's get into the meat of the topic. Let me just, you might be seeing it fine on your screen, but I'm not on mine, and I don't know how it records. So let's do this. Can I make it work? Yay. Okay. Okay, your life is a result of your moment-to-moment choices. So what I want to do is read you this little piece out of the Compound Effect. And I think I'll stop sharing just for a second. So let's see. Your secret weapon is your scorecard. So I'm about to walk you through one of the single greatest strategies I've ever used in my personal development. This strategy helps you take control of the choices you make throughout the day, causing everything else to fall into place and leading to behaviors and actions that shepherd your habits into line like dutiful little minions. Right this moment, well, you are going to pick an area of your life where you most want to be successful. Do you want more money in the bank, a trimmer waistline, the strength to compete in an Ironman event, a better relationship with your spouse or kids? Picture where you are in that area right now. So we'll do this. That's why I gave you the vision, crafting a vision, so you could start thinking about this a little bit. And then now picture where you want to be. So I want you to think ahead to, after this, at the end of this 90 days, like I mentioned in the newsletter, when we start rolling into the holidays, where do you want to be? Envision that. Where do you want to be? The first step toward change is awareness. If you want to get from where you are to where you want to be, you have to start by becoming aware of the choices that lead you away from your desired destination. Become very conscious of every choice you make today so you can begin to make smarter choices moving forward. To help you become aware of your choices, I want you to track every action. That relates to the area of your life you want to improve. If you decided you want to get out of debt, you're going to track every penny you pull from your pocket. If you decided you want to lose weight, you're going to track everything you put into your mouth. If you decided to train for an athletic event, you're going to track every step you take, every workout you do. Simply carry a small notebook around, or something you'll keep in your pocket or purse at all times, like our phone. You're going to write it all down every day without fail, no excuses, no exceptions. As if Big Brother's watching you, as if, this is Darren Hardy, as if my dad and I will come and make you do 100 push-ups every time you miss. So every time, as if Deb and I are going to make you do push-ups. Doesn't sound like much, I know, writing things down on a little piece of paper or tracking them in your notes on your phone, but tracking your progress and missteps is one of the reasons Darren accumulated the success he has. Process forces you to be conscious of your decisions. As Jim Rohn would say, what's simple to do is also simple not to do. The magic is not the complexity of the task. The magic is in the doing of simple things repeatedly and long enough to ignite the miracle of the compound effect. So beware of neglecting the simple things that make the big things in your life possible. The biggest difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not. Remember that. It will come in handy many times throughout life when you're faced with a difficult, tedious, or tough choice. That quote really hit home with me when I first read it. I read it in another book. Can't remember the name. It's similar to this. Oh, The Slight Edge. And I was just, because I was laying in bed reading that, like I didn't want to get up and work out. I had my Energize, and then I was letting it kick in while I read, and then I read, and I didn't want to get up and work out. And I read that, and I'm like, you know, I want to succeed at this, so I have to do the thing. You know, it's like because my default is I just want it to happen. And I want the thing, but I don't necessarily want to do what I need to do to get the thing, right? So, and it all boils down to choice. So that's where we're gonna go back into the presentation. Your life is a result of your moment-to-moment choices. So where you're at today is a result of the choices you've made up to this point. But like that TED talk we listened to in the group, the colors one, and if you didn't listen to that, you should. We don't want to get back on track. We just want to move forward. So where you're at today is a result of the choices you made up to this point, but we're going to move forward and be intentional with the choices that we're making going forward so that we can create this habit, the habit that you decide that you're going to work on in July, August, September. And it's a common, it's a basic principle. And this is from figure 2 in the book. The compound effect is always working. You can choose to make it work for you, or you can ignore it and experience the negative effects of this powerful principle. It doesn't matter where you are on this graph. Starting today, you can decide to make simple, positive changes and allow the compound effect to take you where you want to go. So this is happening whether we participate or not. And I'm going to kind of expound on this a little bit more in a couple slides. So our focus for July is creating helpful habits, whatever's going to help you achieve that vision you have for yourself, that goal that you ultimately want to accomplish. And I know for me, if I'm just focusing on this thing I'm doing today, I'm less overwhelmed. My brain can wrap it. I can wrap my mind around it. My brain can wrap around this, what we have to do today versus what, when they got that gap between where you're at now and where you want to be. When you think about that, it just overwhelms. It's overwhelming. So we're going to create helpful habits, and habits are created one day at a time. So we looked at this at the one thing when we read the book, the 4-step pattern of how habits work. So you have a cue, the initiation of a behavior once noticing that the reward is down the road. then you get that craving. So the motivational force behind every habit is the craving. We crave something, and that's kind of what forces us into action. The response is that the habit that you perform becomes the habit that you perform to obtain the reward. And obviously the reward is the end goal of every habit and the satisfaction of your craving. So this goes both ways, just like the compound effect. You know, when we're cued on a reward of something that's not serving us, but we know it feels good and we want that, you know, we get that craving to have that. And then it's in that craving, in the moment of between the craving and the response, where you can make a decision. What am I going to do? Right? How is the compound effect going to work for me? Am I going to move toward my goal or away from that desired goal? So what's simple to do is also simple not to do. This applies to, I think about this like with tracking, with, you know, putting the food in the tracker, with doing some simple things that I need to do in my coaching business, with cleaning the house. You know, it's all very, very simple, but it's also easy to walk away from. So we're going to go through this. We talked about the emotional cycle of change. So just know what we're doing with habits is creating long-term effect. And when you're doing that, you are going to go through this emotional cycle of change. So just like it said in the awareness is where we start. So just know that you're going to have these dips into the valley of despair, like I'm taking the action, but I'm not seeing any progress. But really it just comes down to that choice of, okay, I can sit here in the valley of despair, or I can, you know, push through it and get to that success. So you know, thinking ahead, some of the work that we do, like when you want to achieve something, also identifying if you've tried this before, what typically trips you up, you know, and be proactive about how you're going to handle that, or just know that that's probably going to surface again. And you get to take control of it, and you get to be ahead of it. And creating habits or achieving goals is not a finish line to be crossed. It is a lifestyle to be lived. So I want you to keep that in mind, that you're not trying to just get to that finish line. We are actually just trying to live better, right? Live healthier, live happier, and yeah, live healthier and be happy in the process of doing that. And responsibility. This is the definition. One of the definitions of responsibility is the opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. So it's a personal responsibility that you have. You're going to pick your one thing, the habit that you want to create, what you're going to focus on in July. It could be something you do in July. You can make a different one in August and a different one in September, or maybe it's something you're going to do for the 90 days, this third quarter of 2021. And then it's your personal responsibility to make those decisions in that gap between the craving and the response, to decide that you're going to, you know, that your reward is going to be that's serving you. Now, in the making a decision, when the responsibility or ability to respond, right, to make that choice, to do the thing you said you were going to do back here when it felt like, yay, I'm going to do this, is something that you have to hold yourself accountable for. But if you don't decide, it's still a decision, right? And that's where then the compound effect becomes, you know, takes you further away from your desired point. So I just want to stress this personal responsibility that even if you think you're not making a decision, you are making a decision. Okay, that was all I had to say about that. The July group is it's namaste at the beach. So I mentioned this, you're at the beach is your happy place, or, just your vision. And so we're gonna talk about, in the group about how to do that. I'm gonna give you more tips on the compound effect as we go along. And we celebrate freedom here in America in July. And so we also want to create these habits that are going to help us create the healthy lifestyle that also gives us a lot of freedom of mind, freedom with our relationship with food, freedom from, feeling bad about our body. So freedom in finances, whatever your habit is going to be. So it can affect all areas of life. I'm going to stop sharing there, and I'd love to get your input. Anybody got any thoughts on that? And then there's two more announcements.
I can't wait to get the book. I ordered it, so.
Yeah, it's a good one. Obviously, you see, I've tagged it, I've marked it. There's so much highlighted. I got paper clips. I got Yeah, it's great. Anybody else want to jump in? Go for it. So I pulled the card, I am resilient. I have the power to bounce back from any situation, which I didn't even think about that when I was talking about Ken. He's resilient. He has the power to bounce back from this situation, this experience, and we all do. We just have to believe it.
That's funny.
And again, we're moving forward. I really loved that piece in that clip. So
I drew, I am persistent. I
mm,
continue progressing through all circumstances. Ooh, that's hitting home.
yeah, bam. The weekend before, we talked about accountability. So I had conversations with a couple of you. I will send out again the link to the calendar if you want to set up a one-on-one and go over those. So the ones that I had were really, really enlightening. They hopefully helped. I know one was with Karen and another with Jeannie, and hopefully they help you guys. We'll keep checking in on those things. And, it's just, it's for me, it's for us, Deb, to help you to, just stay the course and inspire you to making sure that you're taking that personal responsibility. And then I don't know if you're doing your coloring thing. I do this when Maury's reading, because we read a devotional and he reads it every morning. So when he's reading, because sometimes I'd sneak on my phone and not listen. Because my mind gets so distracted, right? So this has really helped me. So this is what I do. I color and focus. But that was designed as this, every square is every day of 2021. So it may be your, I did my one thing today. And along that lines, if you're creating, when we're creating habits, it's not like we're going to be perfect from the get-go. It's about doing your best. Like that change is hard in the beginning, and doing new things is hard. We kind of get into this routine. Things become second nature. We bring in that subconscious mind that just runs on autopilot, and that's what we're resetting. And so, you may not do it some days. You may forget to do it. But if you're making progress, so I didn't do this before, but now I did it 5 days this last week. That is a win. That's a celebration. That's a victory. So we're going to get into that. I'm excited about it. And with some of the changes that are coming this quarter. Oh, and so then also your vision board. So I've got mine. We've got 2 quarters left. And what you can do, because we're looking at the vision of where we want our to be when we're rolling into the holiday season, I want to get ahead of that, right? So October, November, December. So whatever that vision is, you could fill that block out on your vision board. But on the July, August, September, you can put in the things that you're going to be doing in this 90 days that you want to achieve, the habits that you want to create, and put some vision on that on your board. So if you've done that, if you've been vision boarding with us this year, update that with some graphics, pictures, quotes. I see it every morning and it helps me. And I'm just like, last quarter was pretty good. And you know, this is all about just progress, not perfection. Okay, last thing is, and I'm going to send out a little thing about this too, because I've been just having fun with it. I started my husband does shirts, right? And I did my Living Fit Every Day logo, but then I thought I want to do more. So I had fun just playing around with it yesterday. And so I have my Spreadshirt shop up and it's on my website. And because I started a new website, our shop, there's 15% off for the next 9 days. So it's kind of like a shop launch promotion. So you just redeem it here and you get 15% off. So I've created a few designs and am working on them. They're not all in there. So maybe you want to go in Monday. But and these are the designs that I have. I don't know if you can see this, but like Let's Get Fit, Don't Let Later Become Never, Wellness Over Weight Loss. I don't know if you can see these all. Strong, Inside Out. So this got transparent background, so it's kind of hard to see here in the design screen, but Ignite Your Fire, Fit Is Not Just Physical, and then Fit Crew, and then of course the Living Fit Every Day. So when you go in here, because it's not just t-shirts, like there's a couple of guy options, but you know, there's shirts, there's bags, aprons, there's like bandanas for your dogs, there's cups and water bottles. So a couple of different options. So I just wanted to let you know, I know some of you talked about, I need to get me one of those, but yeah, I didn't choose the sticker option in Spreadshirt because they're kind of flimsy. So the only ones that I have right now are these, and I actually am going to might create stickers out of the other ones and just I'll put them up on my website at some point, but those will, like, if people order those, I actually send them out. So there you go. You, like on the site, you know, that could be one of your rewards, is getting yourself a t-shirt or a coffee mug. Anyway, that is it. I'm super excited for next month. I love this concept. It's really, my mind is just super excited about it. I hope yours is too, of focusing on the habits you're creating and not the goals you're trying to achieve. I think that keeps us present. It's just doing what we can do, what's right in front of us today. You know, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Yes, let's do it.
Thank you so much.
You betcha. I'm glad you're here, Deb, with us. And let me do a boomerang for the fans. So I tell my husband, wait, I got to take a picture for the fans. He's like, you're a goof. All right. Good morning. Awesome. Love it. All right. Everyone doing well for today? Amazing.
Yep.
So let's make it a great weekend and a great week. And not going to see you next weekend. So be safe. Have fun. Enjoy life. Reading your book. We will be in the group, Deb and I, with some videos and some lives. So we'll stay connected. And yeah, let's do it. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.